Hello. Today we want to find an equation that we can use to find velocity or displacement or time from not from a graph, but whenever we don't have a graph. Okay, so I want to take a look at this graph. You guys remember this graph? It was about spaceships and how fast they were going. And I wanted to take a look at the purple line right off. And so if we look at that purple line, we can see that it goes through a corner right here at a displacement of 400 and a time of 0.15. So we know that it started at a displacement of 0 and it went to 400 and it took 0.15 second to do that. Okay, so we can find out what that velocity is, and I'm going to find that out. We can find that velocity because we know that the velocity is the displacement. Oops, I don't want to write that. Velocity is the displacement, which was 400 miles, and it was in 0.15 seconds. Now we needed to change that, right? We needed to find out what that was for every 1 second. But remember, to do that, we just divide the 400 meters by the 0.15 second because the 1 doesn't matter here when we multiply this by 1. All right, so we have velocity equals 400 meters divided by 0.15 seconds. And so I'm going to grab my calculator and just take the 400 meters, 400 divided by 0.15, and that gives me a velocity of 2.2667, and I'm just rounding to the ones digit. 2.667 meters for every 1 second. Okay, there's our answer for velocity. Okay, now you already know how to do that, but I just want to write down here what we did. We wrote that velocity equals displacement. And remember, that is our symbol for displacement. That means the change in position. And so that is displacement. Velocity equals displacement divided by the change in time. Or we can say velocity equals displacement divided by, displacement divided by time. All right, and that's an equation that we can always use. All right, so I'll give you a sample problem here. What if I come up to you and I say, well, I have an object, its velocity is 12 meters per second, and it's going to be traveling for 188 seconds. Well, then, how do I find out how far it's going to go? All right, well, I can use this equation to do that. I know that velocity equals displacement divided by the time, or the change in time. And I have the change in time over here. It's 188 seconds that it's going to travel for. And I have the velocity as 12 meters per second. Okay, so I can substitute in there and put 12 meters per second equals the change in position divided by the time, 188 seconds. Well, how do I solve this problem? Well, you guys already know how to solve this. This is a simple math problem. We just need to get the 188 seconds over on the other side of our equation. We need to multiply both sides by 188 seconds. It cancels on this side, and we put it over here. And so our answer to find the displacement is going to be 188 times 12. And that's 2256. And so our delta x, our displacement, equals 2256 meters. Okay, and we know it's meters because seconds cancels.